anyways, let's roll with the Angels here and the Blue Jays with Detmers going up against Manoah in this one. Manoah going to be a favorite here. Mindy, about $1.25 or so, and the total appears to have gone up a little. No, it's going down actually. How about this? Total is 9/20. Manoah $1.20, 9/20. The total's gone down here.
That's pretty wild, Ramon, because we got Alex Manoah on the mound. I think I'm going to go ahead and chase that steam. I'm going to go ahead and go over the total. I guess I'm not chasing it. I'm going against the steam. I'm going to go over that total. So I like where the steam has taken that line there at 9. We talk about Manoah all the time. He just hasn't, been well. Can't really get it together here on the mound. He's given up 8 runs in his last 3 starts. He gave up 12 runs in his last 3 home starts. And look at the Angels are kind of on fire right now. I think even if Ohtani sits, it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and go over the total.
Great point, because maybe with it being it's a late afternoon game, so maybe Ohtani could make it. Give him some fluids or whatever. The Angels, they obviously think they have a chance because of what they've done in the not trading Shohei Ohtani, basically, and making a move or two. So I agree with you in this game. I do want to take the over, especially now at 9/20. I like that. That's the way I think this one's going to go. I'm going to get involved here and see what the chat's going to do, but I like it. The over in this one, you have Detmers, a 4.38 ERA so far. And Manoah, you mentioned how bad he's been, 6.1 ERA, 1.8 whip. So 4-1 was that final yesterday for the Jays. All right. I'm willing to do it. The Angels have gone over in 12 of their last 18 games, despite the lower score yesterday. I'm going to look for maybe get back to, Manoah.
Being Manoah.
Well, yeah, you want to pull for him, but just hasn't worked out.
CTG. CTG said Detmers 0-4 on the road, Manoah 0-5 at home. Good luck, everyone. Good luck.
And the 90 says Ohtani better have a day off. Watifa Boyd, hello and welcome. Wilt Tifa. I hope I got that right. Thank you for joining us. Ziggy's on the Angels. Blake is on the over. Jacoby says, give me the Angels over 4.5. Dre on the over. Darren's on the Angels. Bionic Angels plus money. Angels might end up being pretty popular here, I'm thinking, today at the window. But I think, that is bringing a little bit of value to the home side. Ron, hello today. Matt Pinnell, thank you for joining us. Mindy, how about Matt Pinnell here?
That's
coming
awesome.
in with the over? I don't
Nice.
think we've met. Maybe Matt's been here and I just didn't catch it, but good to have you. Ron, Blue Jays, full look. There's some Blue Jays support here, it looks like.
Ty Clinton is here as well. Good morning.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, CTG, nobody's going to win, apparently. Ty Clinton, hello, welcome. Good morning. Kay says go over. And Teresa on the blue. There's support here for the Blue Jays. I mean, I think more chimed in on the Angels, Mindy, but there is some Blue Jays support here. The Angels are supposedly they're still 9-3 in their last 12 games, but money line here today as well. Good to see you, money line, and we'll take Mindy. Let's do it. Let's go on the over here in this one, Angels and Blue Jays. Thanks for all the picks there on that one. We approach 100 in the chat with us. Okay, let's go. Tigers and Marlins in this one. Bo Brieski is going to get the start. Probably is going to be an opener, showing that Joey Wentz is going to be, it looks like, coming back up. I believe coming back up from Toledo. I don't think he's been with the team of late. So Brieski, I've got him as an opener. It's his first start of the season, I believe, but he did start 15 games last year, and would work a little bit deep. But he's been strictly in relief this year, so I've got to think he's an opener here. And Johnny Cueto gets the start here for the Marlins. Mindy, Cueto, $1.50, 8/15.
Yeah, I like Cueto. He's only given up one run in his first start. He looked like he was true to form, and I think he is going to be crucial in this Marlins ball club here to try to get them into the playoffs. I'm expecting good things from him, and plus the Marlins bats suddenly kind of look a little bit hot. I'm going to go with the Marlins here, Ramon.
All right. Yeah, Marlins may be also kind of popular, I would think, at the window today. I do have concerns maybe here with the price in this one, but I said that yesterday, and we was able to come through with a win. We nailed this one yesterday on the show, Mindy. I gave out the Marlins. You gave out the total over. So I think we zeroed in on that one. I'm not convinced. Look, I'm a Cueto fan from way back, but that's the key word. Way back. We got to go on the way back machine here with Johnny Cueto. 6.43 ERA in his 2 starts. He did make one relief appearance for get his ERA down to 4.5. WHIP is decent at 0.9, but not very many innings so far. He's allowed 2 home runs in his 10 innings pitched. So Miami's still strong, 32-20 at home. And we'll see. Wentz was 1-9 with a 6.78 ERA before he was sent down, and like I said, I mean he might end up holding the bulk of the innings here in this one. So, man, I don't just wish the price. Well, I mean, it is the Tigers and the Marlins, so I guess that's why the price is what it is. I'm just on the fence. Let's go to the chat.
All right.
If they can convince me, I might do it. $1.50. I just a little worried here on some of these favorites. Miami got it done yesterday. The pressure's on. I mean, look, got to win these games. You mentioned it. They're in with Cueto down the stretch here to help them push forward to the postseason. Bionics on the Marlins. Ron says go over. Marlins over for Blake. Marlins for Solo. Latifa. Marlins. If our contrarians are on the Marlins, then I'm going to be Latifa over. Ziggy Marlins. Dre over. Darren's on the Marlins. Look at this. All Marlins. I guess I got to do it.
All right.
Yeah, look, Wentz is bad. He's going to be in there. Maybe Brieski goes more than an inning, but the JD does say the under. Ron's given us 6-3. That would be like at $1.50. That would still be almost a lock. Jacoby. I don't know what that. Teresa. Okay, I'll go with the chat. Detroit does. Hello to Brent. Yeah, maybe Detroit can get something done. They have lost 6 of their last 8 games. Don't forget. So $1.50. I'll do it, Mindy. I'm not. I'll do it.
All right, let's do it. I'll put an asterisk by it. Not your favorite play.
Well, look, it's right in the range now. I mean, the price actually has come down a little bit, and the chat, nearly unanimous. Even when Brent said Detroit seems due, it didn't seem like it was a play. I don't really see anybody with a hardcore feel for the underdog in this one. So okay, 2 for 2. Let's do it. Phillies and Pirates. Well, we had the Phils yesterday, Mindy, with Wheeler, and they got it done. Uh, important win. Now Nola here $1.70. The total 9/20.
All right. Well, I don't think this is a spot for the underdog here again today. That needs a win. The Pirates' offense now, I think, is going to struggle even more, probably dealing away Santana here. And if I take a look at Priester, just not been good, right? 11.81 ERA at home, 9.28 overall. Plus the Pirates' bullpen, 4.2. To me, this looks like, the Phillies kind of running through this one here again. I'll take him here on the run line.
On the run line, huh? Okay.
Yep, I'll take the Phillies -1.5 here.
Okay. Well, if you're on the run line, I already like the Phillies on the run line, so I'll go with you again.
Are you joining? We're joining, teaming up on
3 for 3. Well, look, maybe it's even a discount here with Nola. Yeah, there's some inconsistencies certainly in Nola on the road. He's got a 5 ERA on the road. He's got to worry a little bit, but Phillies now with the 3 straight wins, the 2-1 victory last night. The Pirates didn't get their bats going, and Quinn Priester, he looks like he's not ready for prime time, basically. 2 starts, you mentioned it, the 9.2 ERA in just 10 2/3 innings. He's given up 4 home runs. So Pirates have lost 16 of their last 22 games. So I think I can come in on the Phillies here in this one. No, and look, Nola's not been maybe what we were expecting this year, but the Phillies are still, definitely in this race, definitely
Right.
live in this postseason run here. So he's got to come through with some big games. Phillies are 5-2 in his last 7 starts, and maybe a little bit of momentum. Price is decent, right? I mean, it's basically a pick 'em on the run line.
Right.
So we might agree on every game. Maybe I'm just whatever Mindy says, I'm going to do it because we had a big day yesterday. So Philly in the under for Darren. Big Flock is here today. He likes the Marlins game, but I just want to say hello to Big Flock. Ziggy on the Phillies. Latifa, give me your Phillies, she says. And Priester, let's just give Priester a chance. I mean, it looks like maybe he's rushed up here a little bit, but not today. But I'm just saying in general. Jamaica has scored that goal just moments ago that we expected. As we talked about, they'd been kind of flirting with the back of the net, and they have scored here. So hopefully, join me in the Discord, putting up a lot of soccer plays in there of late. Almost all my soccer. I look. I could sell these soccer plays. There's no doubt that more people pay attention to the free plays and purchase my plays. That'd be great if more purchase the plays. That'd be great. But more people follow the free plays, so I've just been giving them out for free. The Women's World Cup's been kind of easy, quite frankly. I could be running up the totals big time on some of my numbers with this run, but you'll be in there in the Discord with some more picks today. So make sure you head on over there. I'll put it up there as we get to the end, maybe here. Blake says Phillies first 5. Dre, Phillies run line. New boy says under. Any relation to Hot Boy?
Right.
I'm starting to feel a little awkward about this. Really? All right, let's see, Solo on the over. And JD says under. Maybe it can be. And what did Teresa say here?
I'm guessing Nola.
Oh, Phillies. Yeah, okay. Got it. Yeah.
Yep.
Nola as well, Phillies money line.
Right.
Uh, yeah, she's on voice there, and but we just have to, we just had to decode it. We just had to decode it. Jacoby on the Phillies, and Thomas says, "Will is he talking about soccer there? I'm not sure." It's gonna rain tonight, he says in the tonight in Pittsburgh. So maybe I can call it the weather report real quick, but we want to keep rolling with the show. So Ron G, leading Phillies run line. All right. Yeah. Well, they could tie now, Tom. We're just not seeing a lot of ties, even with these low scores. Someone, the favorites have been barely winning, and the dogs have been covering. It will rain. I think that says it will rain, is what Latifa is saying there. If that's an umbrella or no.
Yeah, it is an umbrella.
I maybe should start wearing glasses on the show here. I used to wear glasses, but on the air I didn't want to wear glasses.
I have to, otherwise I can't read anything. I don't need glasses, in my regular life. I mean, I'm getting there. I just got prescribed the old, no line bifocals, but my glasses are coming in a couple weeks, Ramon.
Oh, my weather report's all screwed up, so I can't. Let's just keep rolling. Let's take the Phillies here. We're gonna have a bunch of plays. It looks like today.
Can you guys hear the cat purring in the microphone?
No, I
He's
can't.
quite quiet. Okay.
Nationals here and the Mets. Nationals, a big underdog here. I'm showing the Mets $1.70, 9.5 under 15.
Well, I mean, I've kind of liked, the Nationals a lot in this series, not to win maybe a lot of games, but be able to just keep it close. But today, I think I'm just going to go ahead and go back on the Mets. I think they're sitting at about minus 175. I kind of missed the graphic there. But I think that's where they're at here in this one. And to me, it just kind of comes down to starting pitchers. Nationals don't win games with Corbin on the mound. That's just kind of how it's been. So gonna go ahead and take the Mets here, minus 170 today.
Okay, Mindy. On the Mets here in this one at minus 170. I did give out the Mets on Tony's show on the run line earlier, so why not join you with a money line play on the Mets? I mean, I don't feel that comfortable at $1.65 or $1.70, but you're recommending it, and you're Mindy Hahne, the Midwest premier sports handicapper. Never even introduced the show. Good thing people know who we are.
Who we are. Well, some do probably, right? Yeah. I mean, our whole goal is to kind of gain consensus, me, you, the chat, to pick out our best plays, to give you guys advice out there for when you guys push the button and make your plays.
Solos on the Nats. Ziggy's on the over. Dre says Nats first 5. Hot boy on the Mets. Latifa's on the over here.
What's happening? Is that me? Wow, that was crazy. I think I hit something where I got sound on my computer there. That was like, wow.
We didn't miss anything, so.
Okay.
I mean, you're still coming through just fine.
Oh, I must have clicked on ad or something, and it just came up. Started playing.
I didn't even hear it.
Oh, well, good.
Well, it looks like a lot of support for the over in this one in the chat. So, but I'll go Mets with you.
I don't mind the over.
You got Carrasco, pretty bad numbers, of course. Both these guys have a whip over 1.5. Kay says go under, though. And Jacoby says, how about over? I thought over might be pretty popular.
Yeah, I don't mind the over.
It's just
I have it pretty close to the line, so
okay.
Not a lot of areas for me.
Carrasco's got a 5.8 ERA, and But of late, both these starters have been pretty good. We just saw the game last night. Of course, Scherzer just shut them down, but the Nationals have just one run in each of the first two games in this series. Carrasco a 2.6 ERA in his last five starts, although he's not even really getting into the fifth inning. Meanwhile, Corbin has kind of turned it around a little bit, a 3 ERA in his last five starts. He's been going deeper, uh, averaging 6 innings in those starts. So Nationals bullpen, though, is bad. See, I got you, Ziggy. I just got the alert on your play.
The play's out. There you go.
Yep, it just came in. Good job. He probably could. He hit the button and then probably heard my phone.
Right.
All right, let's take the Mets. Oh boy.
Go. Oh boy.
We're on a lot of games here.
That's not too many. It's only 4.
Well, it's 4 out of 4. But after yesterday,
Yeah.
Okay. Jordan Lyles Day here.
Oh goodness, Jordan Lyles Day.
Talk about it like that, but hey, Lyles, we know his little story here. So a Twins $1.85 and the total 9.5 under 20.
Yeah, I mean, historically, the Royals just have a heck of a time versus this Twins team. And again, they tried to give it up and blow that lead. I think it was some questionable pitch, pitch calling there at the end of the game. I mean, he's throwing like 104. I don't know why he was trying to come in with some 83 mile an hour, sinkers that didn't even have a chance. I think he should have just blown it by those Royals guys. At the end, it came down to, bases loaded, full count. He had to smoke one down the middle, and Witt was ready for it, knocked it right out of the park. But I'm not so sure that's the way this game's going to go here today. I'm going to go ahead and take the Twins. I'm going to go back on them. I'll take them on the run line here. It's, again, going to be hard for the Royals here with, Jordan Lyles here on the mound. 4.91. 6.19 overall, gives up a 529 slugging percentage here versus this Twins team. And again, the Royals are showing with their, third worst bullpen that they have a hard time closing it out. Still lead the league with, it would be 36 blown leads saves this season.
Yeah, but that was the moment of the season. I think last night with Witt.
It was pretty sweet, I must say.
Yeah, because look, this guy.
Even though it blew my total.
He's a star. It's just you don't have a lot of star power around him, and it just makes it hard sometimes to, continue to produce. But he had his moment, and it was a big moment with Witt off a pretty good pitcher too. There in a clutch moment. So great job. Ober, what can you say? I mean, his numbers look like some of the best in the league. 2.76 ERA, 0.97 whip. So he's also, he did lose to Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken, though, in an earlier game. But we know with Lyles, the Royals are 1-18 if you're scoring at home.
If you're counting. I said, yeah, if you're counting. It's only 1-18. It's fine.
Yeah, just a 3.38 ERA in his last 3 starts.
Yeah, I mean, his splits are definitely better than that overall shows. I mean, like I said, 4.91 at home, so that's not terrible.
I'll take a challenge in this one. I like what happened yesterday.
All right,
I like what happened yesterday with the Royals. Lyles. Look, no one went out there and said Lyles is going to be, the worst pitcher in the league this season. And he's, right? I mean, it's been a big deal. Look, he's got 6 ERA, but like we said, they throw him out there every time. And now, I don't know, I can't say it's paid off or anything. He's just, pitching much, much better of late. He deserves something good to happen to him today. A lot of mojo from that big shot last night. I'll take a challenge with Mindy. I think I've won 3 in a row.
So. Right. I know. Ramon's on a hot streak. I tell you.
Yeah, Mindy against Ramon.
Well, it's kind of hard because I always kind of root for, I don't want to say it publicly, but I do root for the Royals.
Yeah. Well, it was no. I saw it live. I was watching the game when it happened. It was
Right?
it was a thrilling
I was like,
moment.
no way this is going to happen right here.
Crowd. It was Friday night. I mean, it wasn't a terrible. Royals are always still, for whatever reason, they still have. I don't want to say for whatever. We know the reasons. It's a great franchise, and it was really exciting. Ziggy's on the Twins. Dre says this one's a blowout. Solo had the Royals come back with the Royals. R. Thompson's here today, says Twins. Latifa says blow out. Twins here. Super run line.
My hairstyle.
Super run line for Teresa. And Royals run line for Jacoby. Ron says, give me the 2.5. Maybe that's what I'll probably end up doing personally when I end up clicking my buttons.
Right. When you're the one that has to make the play.
Yeah. You always want that. You always want to win. Sometimes we lay a little juice. Sometimes I do. So, all right.
Ron says, no, he doesn't want the Royals. He wants the Twins minus 1.5 plus the under at 9.5.
I see. He says that's decent
if
for
you're a Royals fan like me, he said, hey, just go ahead and take the run.
Got it. Okay.
He has his like two-teamer there, same game parlay, Twins minus 1.5 under 9.5. And I lean towards the under there as well. Ober's been great.
Look, I think Ober, has been really good, and maybe he hasn't really been getting the credit that he deserves necessarily. But maybe I got caught up in that excitement last night. I'll take the Royals and check. Why not? I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
against the Royals fan, against Mindy, the Royals fan.
Well, I'm just saying, though, look, though, I mean, it's not like the Twins go out there and score tons of runs. They're sitting at 4.2 runs per game. The Royals are 4.17 runs per game. So it's not like, they're not evenly matched. I think it's just going to come down to
but the offense has been a lot better for the for the Twins.
Well, that's because they're bringing up those guys from Omaha, Ramon, right?
The All-Star break. Okay, fair enough. Definitely better offense. They've gone over in 12 of their last 15. So we'll see here. I think the total is just. I think it's too high. I think the total is probably just too high. You'd think there'd be some offense. We saw last night. I mean, the way it kind of got away there. So
it just got away because they scored 7 runs and the final inning and a half.
Mike Marcello, great to have you here. A new boy on the Royals here as well. So thanks, Mike. Sounds like he's a Twins fan, and over good numbers. Okay, well, we didn't agree, but that's okay. Here's the Guardians and the White Sox with Logan Allen going up against
Mike. I know most of you guys probably can't see the comment, right? I guess it's from the Facebook the live feed, but that was pretty good. Just saying.
Oh, does it not come up? Or the Facebook ones don't come up in the YouTube chat?
Right. Right.
Okay.
We're the only ones that can see it.
Oh, okay. Thanks for pointing that out. Then maybe I should do that because, otherwise they'll think I was just. Okay. I don't know, Mike. We're running on thin ice here. Tone it down a little bit. Want to make sure.
All right. Yeah. That was getting all creepy.
Is that one of my friends? Is that one of my friends?
It has to be, Ramon. It has to be.
Ziggy went under in that one, I think. Well, you could be talking about this one. Guardians and White Sox here with Logan Allen on the road. $1.35 now, 9.5 under, minus 115. This total is going higher.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess no one gained on each other yesterday via the Twins nor the Guardians. And suddenly it kind of seems like the Guardians kind of hit a little bit of lull, like a low spot here. They've only won 3 of their last 8 road games. I like Logan Allen here. So I'm going to go ahead. I kind of want to come back on the Guardians, but I'm not so sure. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with Clevenger. I'm going to go ahead and take the Sox here today, even though I think Logan Allen is decent here on the mound as a rookie, but just kind of had a rough month. So I'm going to go back on Clevenger today, a little bit of plus money.
All right, Mindy says go with the White Sox here, plus $1.25. Not too excited about that, but Clevenger does make his return after spending a couple of weeks on the injured list. The White Sox have to be in a little bit of flux, dealing their pitchers like Giolito, and now Lance Lynn is dealt, a couple of other relievers, but didn't matter because they got Tukey Toussaint, and he rolled a shutout yesterday against the Guardians. So Logan Allen, he's been pretty sharp over his last 3 starts, a 2.3 ERA, just a 3.39 ERA this season. Good numbers for Logan Allen. I'm gonna end up in a few more challenges today. I'm with you, Mindy, because I did Tony's show, so I have some other plays out there a little bit. I might not even end up with any premiums. I got so many plays flying around here on the network. But again, it's just about bringing you the information and maybe the best value, the best sides, or hopefully. But you guys in the chat will have some opinions too. And I'll take another challenge here. I'll take the Guardians, White Sox. Good job. They've now won 6 of the last 21 games, but good job by Tukey Toussaint. He has ability. We saw it, I think, when he was with Atlanta. So, all right, that's enough. I don't think that's my friend, but
yeah, I was like, it totally went off the rails.
Nothing I can do. Good thing there's chat. Those comments aren't hitting the board there. All right. Let's see here. We've got, I think these are on this game. Ziggy on the under here and Takia on the under. Trey says, give me the under in this one. Mm-hmm. Sox are done here. Clevenger's old team. Yep, he's been around. Ron on the Guardians money line. Solo is on Cleveland. And just go under with these two teams. Seems pretty automatic at this point. Okay. Any more here on this one? Yeah, new boy on Cleveland. Hello, Kev Cook. Nice to have you. Kay's on the Guardians.
I don't know that you can't see this, but they're the emojis now. When Latifah puts them up, they are super large. I mean, it's pretty crazy. You'll have to check this out.
I did see.
See how big they are now?
Yeah, that was something on the software. The
latest
software.
update?
There was an update of some kind. So, is it cool? Is it an improvement or?
Yeah, I think it's neat, especially for someone like me with
Oh, that's right. Because
the eyes up close, right?
Okay, good point.
Yeah.
Latifah's gonna be emojiing it up now in the chat.
Yeah, because she did a whole bunch of I have no idea about this game, and then I was like,
Latifah,
those are huge.
Yeah, I saw the blue. All I get.
Now her crystal balls are super big on there.
Okay.
Where she goes? Look at.
I'm glad you said that. Because all I got from Latifah was this.
Right.
You should read our personal text. I can't even get our emojis straight. Okay.
Everyone's putting them in now.
So it works on the good thing. It works on the YouTube because you see what I get with Sakori. I don't even know what you got. This looks like. I don't.
It's a thumbs up like this. Thumbs up.
Oh, is that okay? And then the 90s says fuchsia tongue out.
Yeah, it's a dinosaur with the tongue out. See, it's so much fun. Look at it. Ooh, fun.
All right, good thing Tony's on vacation. He's probably
The show is going off the rails.
Sitting in a tent right now, wishing we were off the air. All right, here we go. Let's hide the current comment and get back on with the picks. But we're on a little bit of a challenge, and we won't have as many. We're going to have some challenges here today because of I'm already on the.
I mean, I have challenges like every day. It's just not always about baseball.
It's kind of like artificial intelligence. Some people say that's what I have. Okay, let's continue on here. So yeah, I'll be on some opposing sides just because I'm already on the record on Tony's show, doing Tony's show.
Right.
Here's the Cubs and the Cardinals here in this one. Mindy, we gave out the Cubs on the show yesterday. I gave out the under on the Discord. So we were really on top of this one with the pitching as well, because we talked about Smiley and then Wisniewski getting an opener with Wisniewski. So whatever the case may be, we had the winner yesterday, Jameson Taillon, going in this one against Wainwright. Wainwright's actually a slight favorite, but it's moving very close to a pick 'em right now. It does seem to be moving in the Cubs' direction. The total's 10 under 20.
Yeah, I need to use Latifah's crystal ball to start trying to read Ramon's mind, right? I'm going to go ahead and go with the Cubs here today. I'm taking Taillon. He actually has a better ERA here on the road, 4.77. He has a 31% K rate versus this Cardinals team too. So for me, that's pretty impressive historically what he's been able to do to this Cardinals team, even though I kind of feel like he's been struggling here a little bit this month. But going to go ahead here and go against Wainwright. He's the one that's been struggling, 7.31 overall, 8.65 ERA. Also allows 3.5 walks per game and a 534 slugging percentage versus this Cubs team. I mean, the Cubs have been really rolling along here offensively, I think, as of late. So going to go ahead here with the Cubs.
Okay, Dale. Man, the Cubs are so hot. I mean, my numbers are saying, this is the spot to maybe take a shot here. But man, the Wainwright, why aren't they a dog? That's what I was wondering. The Cubs are hot right now. We were expecting them to be sellers, but all of a sudden they might need some of these pieces here moving forward. Taillon, bad numbers, but all of a sudden, the last 3 starts, 1.86 ERA. He's gotten it all together all of a sudden. And
because I don't know if you remember, but I sold him off on my fantasy team, right? So now I might have a little bit of regrets.
Nice.
No regrets.
Well, and the thing about Wainwright is it's just painful to watch, right? I mean, they're really just having to keep him on the, because look, he's a legend in a Cardinal uniform. The season's toast for the Cardinals. Let's, just let him go out there and be and hopefully have, not embarrassing outing, because that's really what it's been so far. You hate to go out like this.
Because, like Kev Cook, he's like, Vegas knows something, but hasn't the Cardinals been favorites in every game so far? It's kind of one of those, I think every time we're like, what's going on with the Cardinals? Why are the Cardinals favored? And now it's third day straight the Cardinals have been favored, and the Cubs have been kind of whooping on them.
Right, and the Cubs, the Cubs are playing so well right now. Cardinals have lost 5 of their last 7. Wainwright, 7.31 ERA. It's a 10.8 ERA in his last 3 starts. So it's just bad. I mentioned on Tony's show, not only Wainwright, just an 11% K rate, but also giving up 14 hits per 9 innings right now. So Wainwright, one of the worst starters in the league, unfortunately. And it's just, it's got to be hurtful, to, be a Cardinals fan or just a Wainwright fan. Come on, that's all. He's been a pretty good pitcher in his career. and this is his swan song. You don't want to see it to end like this. But at least the season's over for the Cardinals. They can throw him out there. Let's honor him every day. Well, hello to Burley. Hello. Here comes all the
Good
Cubs
morning.
action. Yeah. Cardinals and Cubs over for Solo. New Boy says go over in this one. You'd have to think it's going over, but man, it's going up pretty high. So Ziggy, yeah, Cubs win streak. Right, you're always worried when you're on a Cubs win streak. Let's ride, Kevin. All right.
Michael Wilson.
Toby likes the over as well. Let's take Michael. Yep, there he is. Oh, you're late, Michael. What's going on? Well, it's Saturday.
11 minutes. That's because we started.
Yeah. Yep. Look at this. The 90s says these totals are too high today. Let's try some nerfies, possibly. Maybe we'll get off to some good starts in some of these games for the pitching.
Seems like it was a lot of 0-run first innings yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of runs, All right, we'll take the Cubs here. I'm going to jump on the Cubs with you. The spot, to me, reeks of the Cardinals. And you know what? The Cubs were well, if the Cubs are a road favorite.
I just like I said that. Very clever, Ramon. Very clever.
Yeah,
this is how you can tell that you're like a journalist, right? So you come up with good one-liners.
I don't think anybody's ever right reeks of the Cardinal, but to me, it's just if the Cubs were favored, I actually, on price, we might consider the Cardinals here, but not as a favorite. I think the Cubs might end up going off as a favorite by the time the game starts because no one really wants to. If you take a deep dive into this, Tyone, definitely has been better in the short sample of late. And Wainwright's not getting. He's not fixing it right now. And how do you expect him to fix it? Okay. All right, Mindy. Wow, what a thriller last night with the Orioles and the Yankees. I thought it was one of the games of the year, really. And Santander hitting the home run for the Orioles in such a big moment yesterday in a big game that the Orioles, what a confidence booster. The Orioles here $1.20, 9 over 15.
Where's my Yankees Orioles notes? I found them. But yeah, just for me this season, I have not been the Schmidt fan. I think if you guys follow our show, you kind of know like he's one of my guys that I've played a lot, along with Mr. Gurr over there for the Dodgers. And it's one of those things like, I just think that this one here is going to come down to pitching. I just don't feel. I think it's going to be kind of one of those low scorers like we saw yesterday. And Tyler Wells in this one is the better pitcher here in this one. He's had 58 innings pitched here at home, 3.26 ERA, really, really solid at 25% K rate. Schmidt, on the other hand, he's always kind of all over the place, and especially if he's not really getting a whole lot of run support, I think he's kind of in trouble here. He gives up a .417 slugging percentage to this Orioles team and allows 4 walks per 9 innings. Give me the Orioles here in this one.
Okay, Mindy, you're on the Orioles on the record here. Take the Orioles at home in this one with Tyler Wells. And I think Wells has been putting up some pretty good numbers here. I think Wells looks like a bit of a bargain even to me at $1.20 here. I thought that was pretty exciting last night. I don't mean to discredit what happened with Santander's home run. I know I made a big deal about the Royals, but the Royals don't get much love. So this was definitely the big moment last night of the night in baseball when Santander hits a homer. Wells, 3.65 ERA. We're gonna get there on the same side here, Mindy. We're just getting there in a little bit different fashion because certainly Wells has not been that strong of late. 7.3 ERA and a 1.7 WHIP in his last 3 starts, but that doesn't dilute the fact to me that Wells has just a 1 WHIP. I think he's fine, really, especially maybe he gives up the long ball a little bit, but Judge returned 3 walks. I think that's a great sign. I mean, anybody going to say, gee, he didn't hit any. No, if you got 3 walks in your first game back, definitely were being very cautious and a little bit of disrespect to that rest of that Yankee lineup. So maybe you can pitch around him still and be okay. We know the Yankees look. We said, without Judge, look how bad this lineup is. When Judge was in there, it was pretty much just Judge, right? And there was a little bit of, other action with some of the bats, but you need Judge to have the big moment. So, but here's what I'm saying about getting there in a roundabout. Schmidt, to me, has been pretty strong of late. I know what you're saying about his season numbers, but last 4 starts, he's won them all. Been going deeper, if you will. So I think we're going to see another low-scoring game. I think we're going to have another great game. I'm going to take the Orioles with you. Let's take the Orioles and see what the chat said. I didn't even look. So I think I think we could see mixed here, I think, with this one. Let's see.
There's a little bit of mix, yeah.
Latifa says, what did we do in the Cubs and the car? We agreed on the Cubs, Latifa. Baltimore for Ron. And our Baltimore crew must have been loving that yesterday.
Right.
Ziggy on the over, Solo on the Orioles, Dre fired up. Thomas is talking about the smells like I was. Maybe that's leftovers in the Tupperware, Thomas.
The Tupperware. Quit it. Tupperware is going to be up to 600% soon.
Yeah, well, it actually was after that, it gone down. It was like only up 90%.
Okay. All right.
Just like the other stocks that eventually crashed back down.
Yeah.
Not
everything stays at a 400% increase.
Everything, right? We know that everything else is just fake Tupperware. I mean, they just want to be Tupperware. Okay?
I mean, it's not durable, right? It gives off the what is it? The half-life of the chemicals that come up, when you microwave it, I guess.
Was Latifa here for the Tupperware discussion?
I don't know. I think she's been working too hard. But she's talking about SpaghettiOs, and SpaghettiOs and meatballs might have been the only thing I ate growing up. So those are some of my fave. I like the bread and butter and the SpaghettiOs and meatballs, and I have a sandwich. It's
why did I like the meatball? Right now, I don't think it
has a better sauce because the regular SpaghettiOs has a cheesy tomato sauce. The SpaghettiOs and meatballs, it's only a tomato sauce. That's why I prefer it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
I'm looking for comments on the game, and now it's all going. There's nothing. I mean, we've got nothing. We've got nothing. All right, let's do it. We're gonna take the Orioles here.
All right, we got it. Orioles on the money line.
Probably gonna be. If I was nothing. Hey, look. Nothing. Son of a single. I knew how to make me some SpaghettiOs. Sit down, and watch the Laker game. I'm 10 years old. Microwaving that. All right.
Right. The microwave was probably one of the best inventions ever. I remember not having a microwave. That was the worst.
Couldn't believe it when we got a microwave. What is this thing? It's crazy. The total on the Tigers and Marlins right now. If you like this one going over, you might want to get on that right now. That total is on the move. Tigers and Marlins. It's going to go back up to 8 here. I'm just seeing some steam come in right now. Tigers and Marlins. Okay. It's a big one, Mindy. The Rays and the Astros. Another good finish yesterday between these two teams. So you're going to have Bradley and Brown here. Brown favored, showing the Astros are $1.25 now, and the total 8.5.
All right. Well, I kind of feel like the Astros are going to get healthy here again. They'll get some Alvarez. They'll get some Tucker. They'll get some Altuve back. They'll get some base runners on. And I think they might be able to limit this, Rays team with Hunter Brown on the mound. He's been stepping up, and he's kind of been having quite a few scoreless innings here as of late. I'm going to go with the Astros on the money line.
Yeah, why not? I mean, one team's hot, one team's not. And now I'm getting them $1.25 when, I don't know, I thought the Astros opened. I saw certainly numbers a little bit higher than this. Now, Brown is starting to struggle a little bit. He has a 4.19 ERA this season, but a 6.91 ERA in his last 3 starts. Really have 2 good young fireball. I mean, Bradley, he mows them down. Pretty good season for a rookie. Rays have lost 9 of their last 11. Astros have won 9 of their last 12. So I'm going to be on the Astros here. Interesting, Rays lead the wild card now. They're not the division leaders. We know that anymore. And the Astros, they're inside the playoff bubble, but just a game and a half up on Boston and the rest of those teams. So this is an important series. I'm going to take the Astros with you. We're on another game here.
All right, we're up to 7.
Rays got to prove it right now. The Rays have to prove it. They're definitely in a funk, and you don't want. Look, they've spotted the field. I think they can hang on probably for this playoff spot. 4 games. That's nothing to. They need to keep winning, but at least they spotted themselves a big enough cushion that even this slip up, if you will, or return to, they're not the super team we all thought they were. So, all right. Let's see what the chat has to say. Here's Ron. Houston says he likes, these guys are back in the lineup. Why is the move on the Rays here today? I don't know. Sean's on the Astros, Hot Boy Astros, Ziggy Astros. I mean, it's like Astros City.
Astro City.
What do they say? What does it say on the front of those Astros City Connect jerseys? It says Space
Spaceman?
City? Space City? Something like that. What does it say? Is that what it says? I don't know what Latif. I'm not. Okay. Oh, get off the computer. All right. Well, Latifah. I mean, hey, it's Latifah. The games don't start for a while, but we know we need. Could you let me just talk to your cousin real quick? We need Latifah. If you could just, hold on. We need her plays, her comments. So if you just hang on, we're almost done. I'll stop talking. Michael on Houston. Bionic on the Astros. Kevin, look at this. There's a lot of Astros here. The Rays are limping. So, yeah, Ray. That was actually one of our losses yesterday, Mindy. We went with the Astros, and the Rays got the 4-3 win. Scotch is here. Says he's on Houston. I mean, it's all Houston. It is all Houston.
All right. I'm glad we're on the right side.
Yeah, this is a consensus play, no doubt about it here in the chat. I mean,
Scotch is on the Cubs, just so you know, Ramon. Shocker. Scotch is on the Cubs.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we're on the Cubs. Cardinals? Well, I'm not going to say because I don't want to offend any Cardinals fans. Okay, but look, this one's practically. Remember when we were all on the Rays every single game when they were hot? We never got off the Rays.
It seems like so long ago now.
Got quite a few plays here. Mindy, Red Sox and Giants. Hey, this was a solid winner for us yesterday. We went with the total under in this game, and Red Sox get it done with a 3-2 road victory. And now James Paxton's going to be on the mound here as a road favorite, down to $1.15. The total rising rapidly, 8/25.
Well, I like the under in this one, so I don't care if it
Oh,
goes up here a little bit. I think this was, I think it's going to be another low scorer here. 3.46 overall ERA for Paxton. Does have a little bit of elevated ERA, but I think that gets basically negated by the lack of offense suddenly by the Red Sox. They were scoring up over 5.5 runs a game, 10 games ago, and now suddenly they're settling back in at about 4. And that's the same thing with the Giants. They're settling in under 4 as well. And you have Descalfani here, 2.7 ERA overall for him as well. So I'm going to go under the total again.
yeah, just to make it clear, yeah, we are expecting DeSclafani in there for the bulk of the work. I think the
Oh, I'm
Giants
sorry.
will.
I didn't see that you had Walker there. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, Walker, just an opener here, obviously, at this point. So your numbers on DeSclafani are very, very valid in this game. I mean, we're expecting him to be in there shortly after Walker's opening stint. So no problem there in this one. I think when you look at right now with the way the Red Sox are one of the hottest teams in the league at 15-5 in the month of July. I just mentioned how they are, inside there on that pursuit, 1.5 games back in the wild card in the American League. So for DeSclafani, man, 4.88 ERA and just Giants lost 7 of 9 right now. It just seems like a clash of two teams going in opposite directions. I want to see what the chat has to say, though, because just interesting to me that the move does seem to be on the Giants here, and the Red Sox are one of the hottest things going. So let me check in with the chat. Thanks, Ziggy. Appreciate you.
Bye-bye. Yep.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Latifah's cousin can't believe these two are talking about her on the YouTube. And I think she watches
we go way back, like at least a year.
Doesn't Latifa watch it on the? Does she watch on the big screen or?
I think so. I think she mirrors it on the TV. I thought.
Butterscotch on Boston. Thanks, Sean, for the boxing picks. It's fight night, no doubt about it. I mentioned UFC, but everyone is talking about the big boxing match tonight. So Boston for Hot Boy, Red Sox for Kev, Boston money line. It's a lot of Boston action here, Mindy, for sure. And Bionic on the Giants. So here's an under in the game from Verley. And Mindy, you said, I'm sorry, can you?
Yeah, I went under that total, Ramon.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Gotcha there. Jacoby likes the under as well. Dre's on Boston. Latifa's on Boston. Well,
yeah, anticipation, Ramon. The anticipation. What's it going to be? I can't wait.
We're gonna do it. We're just gonna take a challenge here. I think.
All right, a challenge.
I'm gonna go over.
Number 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over in this one. It's close. This one, I don't know. I'm 8/25. Just taking it over.
Yeah,
and this not one I'm real confident with in this one. So, all right. Okay. Paxton's gone over in 5 of his last 6 starts. That's about all I got here on this one.
That's all I got. That's it.
Yeah, it's all I got. We're in agreement on a lot of games. This one, let's just move on. As we got more big-time action here. The Brewers with Tehran, the former Brave, Bryce Elder for the Braves. Braves down to $1.80 here, 10 under 15.
The Braves are down to $1.80 from minus 205. Well, I like the Braves here on the run line. Gives me a little bit of extra value there. It's one of those I almost would consider now taking them at minus 185 just to give myself a little bit of leeway. But I just kind of feel like it's going to be the lack of runs by this Brewers team. I mean, they were able to keep it up in that big giant, 17 runs scored, something like that, or 27 runs scored. Like, what was it, 10 to 17? I don't know. It was crazy. I'm not so sure it's going to be that kind of a crazy day here again today. I think we got a little bit better starting pitching, but I think the Braves get this handily with their offense.
Run line then, Mindy?
Yeah, I'll take the run line. I was kind of considering going back and just taking money line at 180, but I'll stick with the run line.
Okay, I'll take the run line with you on this one with the Braves. Look, I know Tehran's had a few moments here, but now the last 3 starts, he's got an ERA close to 6 in those 3 games, 5.61 ERA on the road. These two teams just met last week with the same exact pitching matchup. The Braves got the win in that one, 4-2. Both pitchers pitched well. They both pitched 6 innings, and Elder allowed 2 runs. Tehran allowed 1 run with 5 strikeouts. But for me, I still look at Tehran as kind of a reclamation product. I think that he was out of baseball nearly, before the Padres kind of got him, stuck him in the minors, and the Brewers picked him up. Meanwhile, Bryce Elder, to me, looks like one of the, like a good, young, solid pitcher,
right.
7-2, 3.3 ERA, allows less than a home run per inning. I know these because some of these stats, because of, research it like Tony, and I didn't realize that's a pretty good number. If you're allowing less than a home run per 9, pretty strong. And Elder also one of the best in the league at a 55% ground ball rate. Another thing that Tony likes to look at. So sometimes I don't have the wherewithal and the time as Tony does, but does a great job, of course, on his show. And I tried to find all of his statistics that he likes to cover. So that's a pretty strong number right there. I'm going to take the Braves here in this one on the run line. I actually think they're going to pound Tehran this time, getting a second look at he's beyond journeyman to be at this. Look, I love a great career. And hey, if you can get back and compete, get this Brewers team and be a part of the postseason, Julio Tehran, great job. No doubt. Great job already. No matter what happens, great job. Even if he does fall apart from this point forward, like I said, the last 3 starts haven't gone that well. So that's my concern with that. Here's Ron with the Braves. He'll take the run line with us. There it is. Okay. Solo says, I think over here. Maybe that's Braves and over, actually, with the double Braves there. I think that's probably 2 plays. Kev Cook says, give me the Braves on the run line. Ron's on the under. And I'm not so. I have a feeling the Braves might put some big numbers up right now in this game. We'll see. Dre, Atlanta. It's a lot of Atlanta. Ron says Elder to record the win. Denini says maybe the Braves bats are slowing down a little bit. It's hard to think, though, that it could be for very long at this point, just because remember for all these hiccups in their starting pitching, the bats have always been there for the Braves to end up getting it done. So we'll just mention that Elder, they've gone under in 12 of Elder's last 15 starts, and the Braves have gone under in 4 of their last 5. The Brewers have gone under in 12 of their last 14 games. So a lot does point to the under. Also, Tehran so far 2-7-1 to the under. So give you a lot of credit certainly on that one. I will end up probably on the over because I think the Braves have a big day. Latifa's on Atlanta. Jacoby's on the Braves run line. New Boy is on Atlanta money line. All right. Mindy and I are on the Braves on the run line here.
We got it. We're ready.
Okay, that's got to be over half a dozen plays here.
It is. It's up to 8 consensus. Well over the half dozen.
The Rockies here with Flexen are going to be favored here at home. Flexen's been a disaster so far, but Blackburn going for the Athletics. Looked like a mismatch yesterday, Mindy, and usually you say that when you're talking about who played the Athletics. Yeah, the final score was 8-5. The Rockies got the Athletics crushed. They won by 3. They crushed them yesterday, quite frankly.
Pretty much, right? Yeah, I mean, because it's one of those, we talk about it. I mean, neither of these teams have been good. I was kind of taking more, like home field advantage there with the Rockies, and geez, it just didn't feel like that was the case at all. And Blackburn has been pretty solid here as of late. For me, I think I'm going to go back and be on this A's team today. I think he has the advantage over the Rockies hitters here. And again, I know the A's are averaging less runs than the Rockies. I just think I have a better pitcher here with Blackburn today. Taking the A's.
I got to try Blackburn. He beat Houston last time out. He's been very inconsistent, but I'm not saying like good for the Athletics. We love when they're winning some games, I guess, because we feel bad for them a little bit. I don't think anybody right. The Rockies are a team that shout out to our Denver crew. Sorry about it, but they feel like the team that doesn't have right now they don't appear as motivated. For some reason, the Athletics, they seem to have a little bit of life in them once in a while. They probably are just kind of outmatched. Sure. Blackburn, still an ERA close to 6 on the road, but Flexen, 7.71 ERA in those 4 starts. As Tony would say, 2.4 home runs per 9 innings. That's not good. Rockies have lost 4 of 5. I'll take the A's with you here in this one, Mindy, to get a road victory. Funny how I talked about yesterday. We went through this game and we totally messed up this game. I don't know why I didn't. Not saying why I didn't take a chance, but I mentioned early in the show. I said, "Oh, you know what? Look at this. The A's are going to be a road favorite today." Well, that didn't turn out to be the case, but they should have been. And maybe they should be here too as well. Let's take the A's here in this one. Chat's not too fired up about this game. I don't.
They're looking for runs. A's in the over. Grab the popcorn. Lots of runs.
Justin Simple here today. Nice to have you, Justin. A's in the over for Verley. Bionic will take the Rockies. All right. Enough with that game.
The end.
These are the games that, Mindy, once we get to football season and we can weed some of these games out of the show. With all due respect to every single Major League Baseball game we previewed this year. All right, Mindy, we took the Mariners yesterday, and they didn't disappoint. They got 4 runs before I even turned on the game. And the Mariners here are going to be favored again on the road, but down to $1.15. So maybe no one watched the game yesterday.
Maybe not. But let's go with woo. He's coming off a solid performance. And of course, his numbers are better at, away than at home here as well. And if we look at Mr. Brandon there, he has that 10.34 ERA at his home ballpark. The Diamondbacks are a team suddenly with 6 losses out of their last 7. when we kind of talked about, I thought they were going to make a pretty good run there after that Cardinals series. I do think I look for the Mariners here to go ahead and get this one again today.
All right, Mindy, on the Mariners here on the road. Maybe there's a feeling from the bettors or the books that maybe because the Diamondbacks are back at home now that they can kind of get things righted here a little bit, because Arizona's lost 15 of their last 20 games. Seattle's won 7 of 8, playing even pretty decent on the road. Yeah, Wu has been okay. Look, it's a 6.4 ERA in his last 3 starts, but man, he can bring it. Whoosh maybe should be the way with his fastball.
Whoosh, or the ball flying past his ear, one of those, right?
Well, look, he can look he's going to be a good pitcher. I think we can agree on that. Right now, though, Arizona's just Brandon Pfaadt. Remember, we were talking about him quite a while ago, and we thought, well, maybe he's okay. No, he's got an 8.8 ERA, 10.8 in his last 3 starts. He's allowing 3.4 home runs per 9 innings with a 29% ground ball rate. Good thing Tony's got me on these stats here. I'll go with Seattle here in this one after hearing about that. Look, my numbers kind of said go under in this one, but when I was doing the preview for the show, I'm just like, wow, the Mariners, they just erupted. Yes, yeah, I went under. I get it, but Brandon Pfaadt, certainly, I'm not sure how long he can hang up here at this point if this keeps up. Let's try the Mariners here. We've got we're like on a third of the card together, Mindy, today, which might be good because we had a great.
Isn't it more like maybe 2/3 of the card?
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Oh no, you're right. You're right, because there's no other sports. That's right. We don't have any W. I was worried here.
Right.
All right. Oh, I see you guys.
We're like 10 out of 15 games right now. I mean, we're like hitting at a big percentage.
I see all the Oakland plays in there now. I think I might. Did I just skip it, or the plays were probably just a little late coming in, and we didn't. It was such a bad game, so I'm sorry about that, you guys. I see you're all on Oakland with us there. Ron's on the Mariners here. Verley says go with the Mariners again. It's Saturday. I'm scared. We're on all these games and had a lot of consensus. Trey says go under. And here's Seattle 4-90s. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. So I'm not gonna put him on the spot there. A butterscotch on Seattle. Leroy money line here for the Mariners. It's all Mariners.
All Mariners. Long day at the office for Brandon.
Latifah, you just stay in today. You and your cousin hang out. She's Mariners here.
Yeah.
Justin said, look, there's no doubt the Diamondbacks can be better at home, and this is where they've got to, get something together right now. Because remember, this is still a very important time for the Arizona Diamondbacks. There's no time to be screwing around here. They need to keep winning right now. Seattle's in the same boat, though. Lazzy Love.
The same boat.
Mike's on the Diamondbacks, but it's mostly all Seattle here. And I want Seattle as well. Man, we're on a lot of games.
That's right.
That's okay. It's not football season yet. All right, Minnie. The Padres are in a perfect position now.
Correct.
They've pretty much slipped out of the pennant race, and now they're going to be loose. They're probably going to win a bunch of games and probably end up missing the playoffs by like 1 game. They'll finish strong and have a decently strong finish because the pressure's off. They probably aren't going to make the playoffs, and that's probably the best position for a team of rich losers like the Padres.
Rich losers. Tia Rico, right? The rich uncles. The current Rangers, though, they're 8 for 52.
Sounds like another T-shirt. Sounds like you just invented another T-shirt.
That's right. 8 for 52 versus Yu Darvish. I want to take Yu Darvish, especially because I just feel like the Rangers have kind of fallen apart a little bit defensively here. Look at their bullpen, 7.94 ERA over the last week. I'm going to go ahead and take your Padres here again today.
Okay. Mindy on the Padres here, and I don't think I can even go against them. And look, these are important games for the Rangers. The Padres still think they're important, and
hey, crazier things have happened. I remember this movie called Major League. Do you remember that one?
There's no give up in some of these guys, at least in the press conference. But when since it's my team, I watch all the press conferences and in the locker room interviews, and to hear, Manny complain about having to answer the same questions every day. Yeah, we got the same questions every day. Come on, changing. Of course we do. So this looks like a little bit of a discount price, I guess. Martin Perez has a 9.5 ERA in his last 3 starts. The Rangers looked discombobulated yesterday. Communication problem in the outfield, drops the ball. Padres getting some hitting, if you will. Darvish, 4.8 ERA, 1.31 WHIP, is struggled in his only start against Texas, but he better be on it here. We're going to be on one more, Mindy. Let's just put one more in the books.
All right. Sign us up for the Padres.
Yeah. I know I'm not. Clyde Buckley says fade the Padres. Ron G says they're Padres on the don't bet list. Trey says he likes Texas. I wish the Padres weren't so heavily favored. I thought maybe I feel like there is a little bit of a discount here still. I was hoping it would actually be a lower price than this. I think those that are on Texas see the fact that they're getting the team with a much better record, getting $1.35, $1.40. Maybe I get that, but something was amiss yesterday with the Rangers. Texas team total over for Butterscotch. And Darvish it's the other pitchers that are Musgrove last night, outstanding. I probably should have been a little bit more into what was going on. We nailed the game, Mindy. You had the Padres, I had the under, so we got it exactly right. But I didn't know that Jake Peavy was getting his number retired by the Padres or joining the Padres Hall of Fame. Believe it or not, there is one. But Jake Peavy was pretty good. He won the Cy Young Award. And Joe Musgrove wears number 44 because he liked Jake Peavy. So he got the start in that game and ended up mowing him down. And Jake Peavy looked pretty good there, getting his Padres Hall of Fame. So, okay, CTG, great job. We always appreciate you. Verley on the Rangers. We're by ourselves and thinking this one a little bit. Oh no,
a little bit.
Jacoby was with us. Yeah, Jacoby was with us, and Mike S. Hello and welcome to Mike S.
Yeah, he's talking about how bad Perez has been.
Yeah, joining us from the network, and he says hello to us. I'm on the the 2 old ladies that bet. All right, Sakori says go over in this one. That's the way I'm kind of, I always say I'm kind of leaning. I picked the over on, you can go back and look at the Tony video, but I'm starting to think that maybe the Mindy is one of the autocorrect terms.
I don't know. Perhaps. Yeah. Perhaps.
Butterscotch on the over. Okay. We'll be on the Padres. Go Padres. Yeah, great. Padres now. This will be great. You're going to be playing great ball here all the way. So, Mindy, we had a challenge in that Boston San Francisco game on the total.
Yeah.
I went over and you went under, and I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm always hanging with the sharps, but I really just say this for information purposes, not to, uh, you know, go again or say that you're right or wrong. But the total is on the move higher right now. If you like the over with me, probably going to want to try to look into that right now because I'm showing it's going up to 8.5. Good news for Mindy; she's going to get
Right.
a much better price on that.
I don't
Um,
have to get a push.
in that game, but you're definitely seeing some 8.5. So there's a lot of movement on some of these totals right now, but we've been on a long show here, so I just want to kind of get it over with. I've really had a good time, but
Speaking of sharps, here's Charles Sharp chiming in.
Charles Sharp is here. Oh, great. Okay. Uh, Mindy here, last one up. Reds, the red hot Reds, coming in with my favorite pitcher, Luke Weaver.
Luke Weaver.
The worst pitcher that wins every time. He's a very enigmatic pitcher, is what I said on Tony's show. The Dodgers are a big favorite, of course, at minus 200. The total is 10.5 under 20, but the Reds are interesting. Mindy, I always say it. I talk about
Money
winning
burners, money makers.
Yeah. Despite having an ERA close to 10 in his last 10 starts, the Reds are 9-1 when he starts. How do you explain that?
I don't know how to explain it exactly, other than I guess you got to hit more runs, hit more guys in than your opponent. Isn't that the name of the game, perhaps? But look, the Reds can hang in there with scoring runs. They're sitting up there at 5 runs per game. Dodgers 4.59 over their last 5. But it's one of those that it's been more of the Reds that are not allowing as many runs against as of late. And two, we talked about the woes of the Dodgers bullpen a little bit. I mean, look at the Reds. They have 40 saves compared to the Dodgers at 24. That's just a lot more precisely that the Dodgers have to be, or I guess how much more offensively minded they have to be in this one. And if they have off days, then they don't make it. And then you have Emmett Sheehan here, 6.75 ERA, allows 4.6 walks per 9, allows 1.7 home runs per 9. Man, I think I got to go back on the Reds here again today, Ramon. I'm going to take him on the run line. I think this is one. I like the Reds on the money line yesterday, even though I kind of chickened out. Still went with the run line. I do probably like the Dodgers to just eke this one out via my numbers, but I will take the run line here with this Reds team.
Well, it was the Reds that eked out yesterday's win.
They did, yes.
6-5, and the Reds 29-22 on the road. I like teams that win on the road. I think that transcends into the postseason. The Reds are definitely, having a great year. I mean, who would have thought these two teams have such similar records? Yeah, the Reds are 4 games behind the Dodgers in the loss column, but still just a great season for the Reds. It's kind of like with Weaver, right? I mean, you're not going to throw out the guy who is continually going out there and battling. Sometimes you get into games, maybe Weaver or is in some situation. Look, he's up against Sheehan. There's no advantage for the Dodgers right here necessarily with Sheehan against a guy like Weaver. They both have an ERA, well north of 6 runs, close to 7 runs, and high whips as well. So we nailed this game yesterday, Mindy. You said Reds run line. I said over. How is there not? Look at this total. 10.5 in a Dodger game. I'm glad it's juiced to the under. When I saw it earlier and it was kind of creeping up a little bit higher, I was like, wow, look out. This one got steamed to the over. Could we see some crazy 11? Mindy, there might be like 13 runs scored in this game, and it might not even be over. It feels like. And I think the Reds will keep hitting, and I'll take them with you. Maybe it's not the best. What is it? Pick them on the run line.
I had like minus 114, but the numbers have changed around a little bit. Oh, that's probably about right.
Okay. Well, I'll take him. Sheehan has a 12.4 ERA in his last 3 starts. No denying the Dodgers they still have won 12 of 19. They're not going anywhere, but the Reds have won 7 of their last 9 now. And like I said, Weaver, whatever crazy stat this is for Weaver, getting out there with that crazy record. He's won 9 of his last 10 and is up 7.5 units despite his 7.2 ERA. So let's see what the chat, how they've unfolded this one. And it's Ron going to lay the run line on the Dodgers. So is Verley. So is Dre. They love the Dodgers. I want to take the Reds on the money line, really.
Oh, there we go.
But we'll take the run line. That's fine. So Butterscotch, Dodgers team total over. Ron's with us on the Reds. So is Jacoby, I think, here. He'll take the money. They're both taking the money line. We're taking the run line, just to be sure, because you could see, Mookie, yeah, they had their chances, and they probably will again tonight. Look, it's going to be a crazy game. It's going to be, I'm sure, a massive score here in this one. It's going to. How can it not be the way these teams are going over constantly? Dodgers over in 17 of the last 24. They've gone over in 5 of 6 Sheehan starts. They've gone over in 7 of Weaver's last 9 starts. Reds have been going under quite a bit, but in the last 2 weeks, but in general, not for the season. A lot of times, you want to shorten the sample size, but I don't think so here against Emmett Sheehan. Sakori on the over. All right, you guys, great job. Great show. Mindy's entering the plays, I think, right now.
Yeah.
And Art Thompson says Reds first 5. Who'd have thought this? Mike, thank you very much for that. Dodger Stadium averages 9. Now, granted, when I talk about some of the old the West Coast, it's only been a couple of years that we've had the double, the DH in the National League. There were a lot of years where having the pitcher bat, which looking back on it now, I'll give baseball and even the commissioner a lot of credit. Yeah, I'm down on the shift, right? The other night, Mindy, they brought in 5 infielders. How does that work, right?
I didn't see that.
Move my outfielders to the side. I can't move my infielder, but I can bring in an outfielder. I understand. I'm not being a jerk here, but
I didn't know that that was an option. Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, it's especially as a softball, it's been an option, but we haven't seen it maybe as much lately. Like it used to be automatic, right? You get to that 9th inning, you bring an outfielder. Well, I won't say automatic, but a lot of teams would do it. You bring in the 5th infielder.
Yeah.
But you just don't see it as much anymore. But the other night, a team did do that, and it made me think, why are they allowed to do that if you got these other specific? And the teams are still doing a pretty decent job putting the, right there next to the middle point of the field. Probably should draw a line out there. Doesn't it seem like sometimes a ball gets hit up the middle and you're like, wow, that second baseman sure got to the other side got to the shortstop side of second base for that backhand grab really fast.